Gavin House Instructor. That's me, that is. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. So there. Hello! Right, well, welcome. Due to popular demand, I have decided to make some videos of how to do some of the manoeuvres. Obviously, the start is probably going to be the same in all of them, but I'm going to try and splice them together and try to have some sort of level of continuity. So you might need to watch previous videos to work out how I did something on something else. Yeah, you'll get the idea. Today, before anybody asks, I have decided to bring my beautiful wife along with me, who is the designated driver today. So she's got a full license. So yes, we are out and about in a public car park, but we're going to be using somebody who's got a full license already, so I can nip in and out and do videos and things like this, and it's all nice and safe. All right, so I'll just nick her. There you go. Hello, there you go. There's my good lady wife. Lovely. All right, so first of all, we're going to start off with a forward bay park. Okay, now this is one of the manoeuvres for the driving test. It's dead easy, frankly. Don't worry about it. I'll show you how to set it up yourself so that if you had your own car, you can work out what you need for your particular car, and then I'll show you how it's all working. All right, so let's get going. Right, now down here. Okay, so the idea is you have a car parking space. You have to start out here somewhere and go forward into that space. For the driving test, you are allowed to make corrections. Okay, so if on your initial turn you get nearly there, 80-90% in front of the space, then you are allowed to go back and then come back in. It's called a comfort shunt. Please be careful how you say that, and it'll beautifully line up. If, however, you miss the space, so maybe you've done something like that and you've missed, you're still allowed to make corrections, but that goes down as a driver fault, or as most people know it, a minor. Of course, it's not a minor, it is a fault, and so it could count towards the end of your final score. But in all instances, you are allowed to make corrections. The important thing is you must look around. You're allowed to make corrections providing you have looked for other cars. If you haven't looked for other cars, you are in trouble. You will fail, basically. So what you want to do is think of corrections, a bit like a computer game, I suppose. If you invest in observation, you buy credits to make corrections. Think of it that way. Easy peasy. Right, now we have already come down the car park and we have just gone forward into a space. It was right in front of us. We haven't done any parking other than just drive straight forward, and that's what I recommend you do when you are setting up for your own car. All right, okay, so now let's go and do a bit of parking. Right, I'm stealing the phone. Okay, here we go. So if you could start up the car, please, my dear. Hey, thank you all. Right, now I have got, let me zoom in over here. I have got these extra mirrors. My circular one here. They are cheap as chips, basically. You can get them at Halfords, you can get them at Amazon. Other outlets are available, I suppose I should say that. But stick them on. I hear a lot of people saying about that they can't park. Well, that's because you can't see the spaces. If you actually look in the picture down here, I can clearly see my space. So invest in a mirror, you will be a driving god. Easy. Right, So what I want us to do is, if you could, reverse out until you've basically cleared the space, please. So look at this, Paula's looking around completely, doing all of her blind spot checks. Look at that. Not a piece of acne with a walking stick around. Look at that. Right, so now, there we go, we've cleared the space. Stop! Stop, thank you. Right, now, anyone here? No, nobody's here. Right, can you just go full lock left for me, please, darling? Keep it in reverse. No, don't move the car. Keep it
sorry.
full lock left. All right, off you go. Turn 90 degrees, please. 90 degrees.
What, in reverse?
Yep. And when we get 90 degrees, just stop the car. So here we go, we're coming round and stop. Stop. Thank you. Right. Now, my good lady wife's head here, if I look across, is just to the left of the white line there. She came out of this space here. So she is now 1 1/4 spaces away from the space that she wants to finish in. So she's also got a massive gap here. There is no doubt that the bigger the gap you leave yourself between you and the space, the easier it is. Go wide, people, go wide. All right, it really helps. Right, so now if we just went back into drive, because we're driving an auto today, boom, 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 and just went full lock left, which we are currently, lock it, looking around, the car would now turn around beautifully, and then she can undo her steering, and we're smack into the space. Now if I look over here, we can see that we are between the white line, just down here, and if I look in my little mirror, there we are in the space. Now for the driving test itself, you just need to think of it like putting your shoe in a shoebox, okay? As long as it's in the box, it's fine. You can be diagonal, you can be all sorts of different angles, providing you're not sticking out of the edges, it's fine. So you can be over to the right a little bit like we are here. Don't worry about it, just get in the box. Right, so we needed 1 1/4 spaces before the space that you want to go into, full lock, and my car turns 90 degrees and ends up in the space. We have worked that out because we started here and did it in reverse, so we're sort of basically deconstructing how we park. If you did exactly the same in your own car, you would find where you need to put your car. My manual car, which is the same car except just a different gearbox, that's actually 1 space before. I used to have a Ford Fiesta, and that was 3/4 of a space before the one I want. So just find out what your particular car needs, turn it full lock, turn 90 degrees, aim at the space. All right, simple as that. But let's say it's gone wrong. We are a little bit over to the right in this instance, just a little bit, but let's say we wanted to be perfect. All you have to do is reverse back in a dead straight line and then move over 1 inch or 2 to correct it. So let's go and pretend that we've done that. So let's go and have a go at that. So if you could be so kind as to reverse back in a dead straight line, please, darling. Don't need to go to the left or the right. Look around, make sure we're not killing anybody. Lovely, and you go back and be generous until you can see the space. There we go, there's our space, we're happy. Now we just move over however much you want to move over, and you just stick it back in again. So that's it, move over a little teeny weeny bit, and it's all good. And here we go, into the space, and then you stop before you hit the bush. There you go, that's better. So you've got a nice gap there, and we've got a nice gap there. Lovely, perfect. So so that's it. All you got to do, put the car where you want to finish, reverse out 90 degrees, and then you're in, okay? And then because that's the smallest possible gap that you can put this particular car in, you know that if you're nearer than that to the space when you start, you will miss the space. Okay, so that's all great, but what if you go and hire a different car, or you just got to try and chuck it in somehow? Well, what we do is let's go and draw another space. So we're going back down to here. Right, here is a car that I prepared earlier, and it is going to go into a space. Now, you've got to think about the mechanics of it. In all instances, because a car can swing at the front but not at the back, you must always get your back wheels where you want them. So I have now got my back wheels in front of the space. But look where my front is. It has gone over the white line. So in all instances, you will need to potentially throw your wheel over that, back round, and then you'll end up in the space. But what if there's a car there, I hear you cry? Well, just extend this line across the car park. Come in wide, like I say, throw your outside wheel over and off, and then drive in. So you can do that from any point. We now know that my car, that's me, we now know that my car needs 1 1/4 spaces before the one I want to finish in. That's the smallest gap. But if I just turned earlier, so like 1 1/2 spaces for instance, but deliberately just chuck my outside wheel over and off the white line, I will get my back wheels in front of the space, and as the nose swings back round, I'll be in the middle. So just deliberately push it on and off. Like, for instance, if you're going to park next to a curb, what I'm trying to do is visualise bouncing up a curb and back off. So we keep the rear wheels on the road, but you bounce your front wheel over the curb and on. Never do that in real life, but that's the sort of thing that you're after. So, let's see if my good lady wife can do that. No pressure, darling, no pressure. So, reverse out any way you like, don't mind, providing you don't kill people. Beep, beep, beep. That's my car doing Morse code, saying warning. So again, go wide, so if you want to park on the left, drive down the right. And if there are people in the car park, just barge them out of the way, that's all you do. Right, so she's now going to try and turn into a space somewhere. Are we going around the car park, are we? Where are we going?
We're going to park next to that girl.
No, but you're reversing in, that's no good. We're doing forward bay parking.
I thought, oh, sorry. I've got lost track of what we were doing. Right.
Right.
Okay, how about next to this one?
Okay, next to this one. Right, so we've come in wide. We're going to go next to that car over there. So what's happening here is Paula's going to deliberately throw this front left wheel over and off the white line. So over it goes, back swings the nose round, straightens up, and we have a look. And my good lady wife is a driving god. We're in God, see, confirmed. That's it. That is how you do forward bay parking. Now we're going to do rearward. And you can stop it there.